man. And Njambi McGrath is comedian, political commentator, and she has a new book out called, well, it's slightly new, isn't it? Through the Leopard's Gaze. Now, that's a great title for a book. What's it about?
It's a memoir. When
Are you the leopard?
No, actually, I grew up in Kenya, and from where our house was across the road, there was actually across the river, there was a tree, and there's a leopard that lived there. And so this memoir is basically my childhood. When I was 13, my father beat me up and left me to die. Wow. So I woke up.
Wasn't expecting that.
I know. I woke up, dazed and disorientated, and walked. I walked all night, risking wild animals and all sorts. And so this is me revisiting how I escaped that night, and this is a trauma that came back to me years after that happened, because I ran away, and I kept running, and mentally I ran away and completely pushed it somewhere so deep.
Right, both of you have just booked yourself.
Like, everybody's building walls. Like, what's up with this wall building? Like, even Hungary is building a wall. Like, who the fuck wants to go to Hungary? I'm like, Hungary, you need to calm the fuck down. I know you're just coming out of the Cold War. Just calm the fuck down. All right? I have never, in the history of neverness, known anybody in Africa walking around saying, my destination is Hungary. Never. I want a country that reminds me of hunger. You need to calm the fuck down, Hungary. Seriously, these people, they walk across the Sahara Desert. Do you know how massive the Sahara Desert is? They walk across, like, I see white people, they run 5K, they're like, I did it. I ran 5K. These guys walk across the Sahara Desert. They cross perilous seas, right? Did you see that Malian immigrant in Paris? His name is Mamadou. He scaled 4 floors in 30 seconds. Like 4 floors in 30 seconds, and you think your picket fence is gonna stop him, right? Right? He's gonna go, oops, I tripped on something. I don't know what it is, it looks Hungarian.
Jokers, and these are people who are actually driving the country to a cliff edge, and all they're doing is joking around. It's very frightening for ordinary people who are actually seeing exactly what's going to happen. And personally, I don't actually see the funny. I'm a comedian, but I'm not seeing the funny side of it, because so much is at stake. Do you see the funny?
Njambi.
Well, we can all see it coming. Everybody can see it coming. The guy has tried to hang on to his job, and it seems like he cannot escape Partygate no matter how much he tries. Every single day a new story is coming up. The situation keeps changing, and he wants to move on, and people are not moving on. I think Boris's days are numbered. It's a mess, again, it just seems like there just isn't any transparency for, observers like myself. We're trying to figure out, who, the final backstops with Boris, it seems, and Lord Guy seems like, he doesn't have much power to act upon his findings or even his conclusion. And where do we go from here? I'm basically speechless reading all of this. We know, I think most people will know Rwanda from the genocide. And to then think that, the country is very, very divided. I don't think people realize the history of that country. The divisions are still there. They're still very, very deep. And I don't actually know why or how they decided on Rwanda that should be the place where people should go.
Is that true? I mean, so I went there in 2007, and I have to say that I thought that the Tutsis and Hutsis, they had actually come together, and the country had regenerated, and it was very surprising to me how they managed to make that happen in such a short period of time.
Yeah, well, the thing is, as you know about this, these things run deep. They have the division between them hasn't only just started in the last 50 years. It's been going on for a very long time. And with the genocide, the generational trauma, that's not something that you can just recover from. Yes, Rwanda has been exemplary. It's very clean and it appears to be functioning, and this is because they have a very high numbers of women in parliament. Maybe that's attributable to that. But to say that a refugee running away from Afghanistan, that they can somehow rebuild their lives in Rwanda, a country that is still just trying to come up and find its own way, is shocking. And Britain has always been quite a high ranking when it comes to its treatment of refugees, and to sink this low is, I think, really unfortunate. Look at Australia. Australia is still marred by its treatment of refugees, and it's unfortunate that we feel the need to treat people in this way. There are no legal channels actually for a lot of people to come to the UK, and this is why they go on the boats. A lot of legal channels have actually closed down in places like Africa. Even in Afghanistan, people trying to flee find it very, very difficult to come here officially. The visas are very, very expensive. The procedures is very difficult to actually get visas. I don't know how this is going to deter migrants from coming here. Most of them say either they get here or they die. So even when they get taken to Rwanda, it's not going to stop. They're just going to walk away. They're going to make their way back through, and some of them will die somewhere trying to make their way back here. It is not going to succeed, and all is going to leave a stain on this country's conscience. And I just feel so desperate, because these are Syrian refugees. These are people from Afghanistan. How can we condemn what is happening in Afghanistan and yet treat the people fleeing that in the same way? Yeah, I'm sure COVID had a big impact on the staffing levels and the structures. People discovered a new way of working. People discovered that perhaps maybe they don't want to be out there working all night and all day when they can work from home. But I'm wondering if perhaps maybe something that happened before that maybe to blame, maybe Brexit,